Okay. So last week, you know how to import your file and bring it to here, and how to add adjustment layer. So you can change color on adjustment layer, so it will affect whatever the layers below. And we talk about sequence setting, right? You remember everything so far? On the sequence setting, this timeline is called sequence. And sequence setting, hi. Okay. You can have, we set up at 24 frames per second, which means there are 24 images within a second, which is some standard for in the US for film. I use 4K, but 1920 1080 is recommended size for HD. And yeah, that's what we did cover last time. And today, there are a couple more sessions. Today is quite important. So, all right, just click one of the video clip. And click effect, and we covered last time video transitions, right? There are a lot of different type of transition, but cross dissolve is the one that is most common. Plus. That's cross dissolve. But you can try something completely like animated, like such as like that. And some of them, if I use this, you don't see, you don't see this red. Whenever you see this red, for example, let's use that. Do you see the red line here? That means this area, these areas need to be rendered. So it's not gonna be looks good when you play. So when you see this red, you need to render. That means click the sequence and hit enter. And it's gonna render and it's gonna turn green. So before you export, make sure if you see red on here, make sure you click the sequence. So the sequence, the timeline is selected with the blue outline, and you just hit enter. And it's gonna make either yellow or just like here. So this is a bit that that was transition. If you don't see effects, it's under window and effects. What I'm going to do today is not actually using transition. We're gonna use video effects. There are a lot of different effects you can apply, especially color correction. There's lumetary color here. Also, there is a lumetary color on this side as well. We'll cover this a little later. But there are a lot of effects you can click and apply. One of the most useful, I believe, it has to be stabilizer. So sometimes you didn't use your tripod, your video is very shaky, and grab stabilizer actually make your film. It takes time to analyzing to make your film much more smoother, or as if you're using stabilizer. So it's still analyzing. That. There are a lot of different types of effect, lens dispersion. If I use this, nothing happens. I'll show you how to control the effect you apply. So first you select the effect, one of the effects, there are many effects. One of the effects, you drag, you apply here. And you click this video clip and go to window. And there's something called effect control. Now you'll see effect control under here. So there are two different effects. One is effect. Effects is list of effects and for audio and video. Effect control means you can control the effect you apply to the video clip. Again, effect you see under here is just a list of effects you can use. And you choose one of the effects and apply to your video clip, and you need to control the effect. So it will appear under effect control. If you don't see either effect control or effect, go to window and find effect controls. So I selected this video clip. It is actually this represent that one. So if you move this, yeah, this is specifically for this effect here. Again, I'm gonna delete this. So this is default. So you can change the size of your video clip, much smaller, much bigger. I'm gonna bring it back to 100. Oops, 100. And you can even make some rotation. Control Z. Opacity. So if you have like bring this on top of each other, like here, and you can control opacity. So you're mixing two different videos together. Because the opacity for this one is like a 63 and 100. Also, I'm going to apply again, same thing, lens dispersion to here. And now you'll see the options you can use. For example, if I move this, it's going to look like this. If I move this, it's going to look like that. If I move this, it's going to look like this. And you can change the scale. Yeah, you can play with this. There are a lot of different effects you can use. That's it. That's the effects. It's like a distorted, like lens distortion, distorted lens. I'm also going to apply lumetri color. So if you look at here, under video effects, there are something called color correction. And the list here, the list under color correction are exactly the same on the list you see here. But why do they have two different, like even though they function the same, why do they have, separately, put this in separately? Anyone have any idea? Any idea? All right, pay attention. This is very important, not just for Premiere, but when we use After Effects, I'm gonna introduce what's called keyframe. Keyframe is the fundamentals for all animation, either 2D, 3D, video. Without keyframe, you cannot make animation. So understand the keyframe. So they put this same thing on here. I'm gonna apply the lumetri color here. So now I have option, like literally same option you see on the right side. But the differences between this one and that one is this like stopwatch icon. Do you see these stopwatch icons? Let's see. If I click, okay, I'm gonna click this. I'm gonna put this in the beginning. Oops. I'm gonna click this stopwatch icon. Now you see a little diamond, right? Here. I'm gonna bring this back to here. I'm gonna either change the number or click this and change the number. I'm gonna just change the number. If you change the number, you'll see another diamond shape. So you can have one more like multiple and more like diamond shape. This is called keyframe. You need to have at least 2 keyframes to make an animation. Animation, by which I mean, I'll show you. Now it gradually loses the saturations. You can apply the same effects for the adjustment layer. I got here, lumetri color here. And now you see the options under here. Let's maybe this time change the vibrancy, whatever. And yeah, some change number or saturation as well. This time I'm gonna make 0 like black and white, and it's gonna be gradually gain color. Same thing for this one. Well, I'm gonna use this one now. Let's use, yeah, there's also position and scale has all keyframe. I'm gonna click this one and click that one. Somewhere here, I'm gonna make it bigger. I'll rotate. You can change the location of the keyframe, and you can even add more keyframe and see how it affects the video clip. Again, keyframe is very important concept to remember, especially when we use After Effects or any other like 3D tool and 2D tool animation tools. Keyframe is the basis to make an animation. And Premiere has some option for that. Delete this. So that's keyframe. Again, to remind you again, there's effect. If you don't see effect, it's under window and you click effects. There are lists of effects, audio and video you can use, video transition as well. Under video effect, there are tons, like a lot of different effects you can use. You just click and apply and see how it changes. But when you apply, you're probably not gonna see many changes because you have to change the control. So window, make sure your effect controls are checked, and then you click the video clip and place your bar here, and you change whatever effect you apply, and you can clearly hit like the keyframe, the top of it. Good? Yes? Any questions so far? All right. Since I don't have audio, there's one of the audio effect I use a lot, which is denoise audio effects. So here, audio effects, if you have a film shot outside, you have a lot of wind sound or noises that you don't want. I don't have effects notified. You can use either denoise or one of the three. Denoise will reduce some of the ugly wind sound. So yeah, same thing you apply to the, I don't have sound here, but you apply to the sound, and you can there's an option you can control. Yeah. Very good. Maybe I need maybe I need the sound. Let's bring us a video file that has some sound. Let's see. Hopefully I have some videos. Okay, I do have a video. Probably it has some sound. I'm gonna place here. Same thing. So there is some sound and effects, denoise, and you'll see denoise options here. You can have more. Even you can add keyframes and change some of the amount of the noise reduction, etc. But what I'm going to show, it's not that. Sometimes you add a background sound, and sometimes you want in the beginning, especially in the beginning and end of the beginning, you want the sound gradually gain volume and gradually lose volumes, right? So we're gonna cover that. First, select the video clip. You'll see there's some graphs here. It's kind of hard to see, so make sure you click. Oh, not that one. So click and drag down. Oops, sorry. Click and drag down. So you'll see a lot bigger the wave graph. And here you see this. This is show keyframe. Okay. Click this video, and now you can add keyframe. I'm gonna add keyframe here, one more. So you have 2 keyframes, and I'm gonna bring all the way down here. So it's gonna gradually gain sound. Well, it's not a music, so it's hard, hard to hear, but that's how you control the volume. Create one keyframe and one more, and bring one of the, all the way down. So especially when you end your video, make sure you don't just end the video like sharply. You want to, end your video, lower down volume gradually. Also add, especially the video, add cross dissolve like that, and you can increase like that. So yeah. And well, which is important. A lot of students usually don't end well, but that's how you end it well. You gradually lower down the volume and gradually lower down the video. Very good? All right. One last thing. There are text tools here. You can just click and, okay, let's bring it down here and click here. And you type, you'll see your text appear here. And you can edit here. If it's not, go to Window. There should be something called Essential Graphics. So Essential Graphics is where the panel where you can edit your text. Where is our text here? So this is a type you can change, you can change font, different font, maybe this one. You can change the size. It's like Microsoft Word. Yeah, you can change a lot of different things, like align, line. Yeah, this is something for double click. You can different things. There are multiple options. You can add stroke, which means like same thing. Like Illustrator, you can add stroke, stroke size big or small. And you can even have the background. So sometimes you want to have a slightly translucent dark background. So you can add that, you can add shadow. Yeah, there are multiple options you can play with the text. But this is one option. If you click browse, there are a lot of presets. Sometimes they have animations. So sometimes you don't want to create and then at the beginning you want to add credit. Use one of them. That's possible instead of you create entire things by yourself. So there are a lot of options. There are many options. Some of them are well animated. These are the presets you can use. So I can use it, click and drag, and just change the text. So you don't have to create, from scratch. And lastly, you save, meaning you save the Premiere project file, which is not a video file. Lastly, again, make sure you export media, and I hope you remember the format. You name the file, make sure you save on your USB, and H.264 is the format we use, MP4. And either you can match the source, which means you match the size, or you use 4K, 2K, or some of the presets here. If you lower down your video, you can just full HD. That's fine. It's gonna lower down your size. Then you hit export. That's how you export video. So don't submit Premiere project file, submit MP4 file. All right. Okay, that's it. That's it.